Hello there and welcome to another week of the weekly psychic review. So yeah, thanks for joining me. I hope you've had a great week last week. So we're doing this from the 26th, Monday the 26th of October through till Sunday the 1st of November. I hope you've been feeling good and cruising through this October well. So just to let you know how it works, I call in my guides, always in spirit who love me, ask them to give you what you need for the upcoming week, any guidance for you, any tips, techniques, healing as well during the reading. Okay, if you just give me a sec, I'll just seal off, tune in, call my guides in, and we'll get straight into our work together. It's funny, like sometimes when you have an old shirt or an old pair of jeans or something you haven't used for quite a while, and you keep looking at it and going, oh, I've really got to release this, I've got to get rid of this, and then you put it back in the cupboard, and then a bit later you'll pull it out again, you'll try it on, kind of won't feel quite right. Or there'll be something and you pick it up and you're like, oh, I'll use this again, you put it in the cupboard again, another couple months later, you do the same thing. So they're saying this about yourself and your personality and what your kind of perception is and your views. Your views are, they're actually saying your reality, what your reality is. So there's quite a lot of things that are just not fitting anymore, and to be able to really go into a more of a fresher, brighter, more happier state of being, to allow yourself to kind of expand and to reinvent. It's that thing about releasing what you do not need. So they keep showing me images of people who have the hoarding condition or hoarding disease, where they keep putting things somewhere. And what happens, if you imagine like your house is it's really a representation of you. If you can imagine those things that you keep putting around, so different perceptions, different ideals, different thoughts, something might have happened to you 10, 15, 20 years ago, and you got that in the back of your mind. Oh, I better watch out because this can happen again, because this happened one time, 20 years ago, so I better make sure that this doesn't happen again, so you're keeping it in view somewhere in your house. So it's that thing that after a while, your house starts getting so filled up and so cramped that you can't really walk around it. And when you are walking around it, it's just piled up with shit, things that are just, they just don't need to be there anymore. They're irrelevant to who you are as a person. So it's that thing about really, they're saying it's not really going to take too much work, really. It's really just about being more present with you, and just really being more aware of those things, those instant reactions. Oh, something happens and you instantly think something, or you instantly say something, or or a situation crops up, or somebody's telling you about a situation, all of a sudden you're like, yeah, that happened to me, and this and this and this happened. You're actually reliving that trauma. You're actually bringing that on again. And they're saying that, hey, everyone does this to some point. But it's that thing about the more that you can be aware of this and actually catch yourself and go, okay, well, is this really relevant to right now? It's about being mindful at this particular time. Is it really relevant to right now? If it's not, hey, I'm going to release that. And they're saying that what happens is if there's any kind of wisdom or knowledge or information in which needs to be kept for another day, that will sit there. But it's almost like, this is interesting the way they're telling me today, almost like you've got an iCloud, you've got a cloud, and they're saying this is your Akash, this is your Akashic records. And so what happens if this thing pops up again, it's almost like a book or a bit of information will float out into your Akash, float into your conscious awareness, conscious being, and you'll be like, oh, there's something around this, there's a little bit of anxiety in me, something doesn't feel right, something's uncomfortable. And then it's just really about being present to be able to use that information instead of feeling that uncomfortability. And they're saying quite a lot of people do this, including myself at times, feeling that uncomfortable feeling and then going, I don't know what this is about, and just pushing through. I need to do this, instead of being mindful about what you're actually feeling and what's happening, and actually taking notice and then saying, okay, well, maybe I don't understand it, but I might have to just step back for a minute and sort of sort this out, and then I can actually move forward. Okay, so just getting told to get on with the weekly reading. Okay, so Monday, what's on for Monday? So Monday, this is about heart space. So this is about, they're saying, how often do you sit in your heart space? And you can do this for the entire week as well. And just be a bit mindful about, when you say things, when you think things, when you do things, are you speaking from your heart or are you not? There's either yes or no. There's no sort of in between. So they're saying it's not about going, oh, everything's okay, and kind of being in fairyland. That's not the case. Being in your heart space is saying, okay, is this loving to myself? Is this loving in this situation? And like I've said before, if this is loving to yourself, it is loving to the situation as well. So it's that thing, but doing it in not having conditions or particular sort of things go along with it, and it's generally when you're sitting in your heart space is when flow occurs as well. Things that aren't flowing are going to be revealed and popped out of the way. Okay, so going into Tuesday, what's on Tuesday? Tuesday. Okay, so Tuesday, this is about seeing what is seeing what's hidden, seeing what's around the corner. So this is that thing about, every time that there's a particular situation and interaction, there's something else there. There's always something that sits on top, so the situation, the conversation, the experience, whatever it is. But it's that thing about what's underneath. And this really goes into the heart space, but it goes in a little bit differently as well. It's like that thing about, where's your intention behind this? So it's about, not so much about trying to figure out the other person's intention or the situation or that sort of thing. It's more about where's your intention. And when you can figure out your intention more, then these outside sort of stimulus will just sort of sort themselves out. So, so look underneath, look behind that. Just give me a sec, I need to get a drink. My mouth's quite dry. Alright, that's better. Okay, so getting on to Wednesday. So Wednesday, alright, so this is about getting more in touch with the fun side, getting in touch with the creative side, getting in touch with that side in which, it could be part of the inner child, it could be part of the creativity inside of you, but it's that thing about, what's going to have some fun here? How can you have some fun, and how can you bring fun out in your day with this? So it's that thing too about, and they're saying, watch out what you speak, because sometimes what you say, because sometimes you say stuff and you're like, oh God, I don't want to do this. Like, this is really going to be painful. And when you say that, well, you're actually preempting what it is. You're actually making it more painful. And so it's that thing about watch the way you say things and watch the way you go into things. It's that thing in which the actual act of doing something might not be great, but the fact that it's over and done with is actually awesome. And then it's going to give you some time to have fun and give you some time to relax and enjoy yourself. And it's that thing about, look, I've actually put in the best I could here. Now this allows me to create space to let some more of that flow out, more of that creativity out. And it's about the way you do it as well. How can you throw a bit more fun, a bit more enjoyment into this? So going into Thursday. So Thursday, alright, so it's funny, I keep being pulled back here on Thursday, and it's that thing about, this is really about, a lot of the time there's particular things that people might have said, And, you know, everyone talks about, you know, a particular time, and I've heard this with myself and basically everyone else I've ever met or I've spoken to for a little while. They say, oh, there was this time when this thing happened and this person said this to me, and it always made me wary about this. And I've always been a little bit scared of doing that. Or someone's instilled some fear into you about a particular thing. Oh, my friend did this particular event and they really, you know, it didn't work for them quite well. So it's that thing that's about holding you back. So this is really about you being a little bit more aware of the things that you actually, the walls that you've built up around yourself and the constraints that you have. So this goes into finances as well, which goes into Friday. So this is, Friday is about money, and it's about base chakra. Base chakra and money are, you know, very much, you know, interconnected. And they're also saying it's your throat as well. So it's that thing about how do you speak about money, how do you feel about money, how do you see money, what's your relationship with money, and this sort of thing. And they're saying, do you say that I'm open to receiving, you know, heaps of money? And then later on that day, you know, somebody wants to buy you lunch or wants to give you a compliment or wants to, you know, give you some extra cash for something or pay you back for something, and you go, no, no, no. So you're actually counteracting that. So this is that thing about how do you see money and how do you interact with it? What's your relationship with it? Not just in a financial sense, but in the way that you're speaking, you're thinking, you're looking, you're grooving, you know, that sort of thing. So be aware of this, and this is really about grounding as well, and it's about having a firm grounding. You know, the reason that why a lot of the people that have quite a lot of money, you know, they're actually quite grounded quite a lot of the time. Not all the time, not all the time at all, but, you know, quite a lot of people, they've actually got quite strong base chakras. So more grounding and more sort of emphasis on that. Okay, more stability within that. Okay, so getting on to Saturday, what's on Saturday? So Saturday, they just said, hey, it's a free day. Saturday's a free day. Okay, make it what you want. Saturday's a free day, apparently. Do some really good stuff, and just whatever you do, it's free, mate. So do what you want with with Saturday. Okay, getting on to Sunday. So Sunday, what's on Sunday? So they're laughing and they're saying Sunday's not a free day. It is a free day because you can do whatever you want with it. But Sunday is about, this is about, alright, so it's funny, they're talking about religion, and anybody that knows me knows that I don't actually align myself with any religions. Not that I, you know, that's just not for me, basically. But they're saying religion's about your philosophy, so it's about your philosophy of how you want to see things. You know, how do you want to see Sunday? How do you want to be on Sunday? So it's about, they're saying, hey, why not create your own religion for that day? Today, I'm going to, you know, declare that, you know, all day, everything's going to be awesome. You know, that's today's religion. You know, what about, it's going to be a lot of fun. Today's sharing day. You know, today's receiving day. Today's like, you know, beauty day. Everything's going to be beautiful. I'm going to see beauty in everything. So it's that thing about, they're saying, have a bit of fun with this, and what do you want to stipulate to create for your Sunday? So they're saying, you know, pick out a couple of things, you know, so keep it simple. 3 things is pretty good. So it's really about picking those 3 things and then aligning yourself to those 3 things throughout that day. And how can you create that within your life, create that within yourself, and how can you stay with this truth all day? How can you speak this truth, and how can you live this truth all day on Sunday? And then at the end of the day, reflect back on what you've done and give yourself a big thumbs up, a big pat on the back, congratulations for how incredibly well you've done. So, you know, one really cool exercise, and you can do this after this comes up in my sessions quite every now and then, is pick 5 external things that you did really well. So 5 external things could be, you know, did you help somebody out? Did you say a kind word to somebody? Did you do something, you know, did you do an activity outside? Did you do some gardening? Did you do something like that? 5 internal things. What are 5 things in which you aligned yourself with your truth? So I feel really good about who I am today. I'm going to do this because I really enjoy doing this because it uplifts me. You know, I am going to make this awesome food, this awesome healthy food, or go out for a nice healthy dinner or lunch or whatever, because, you know, internally, because I feel really good when I do this, I'm nourishing myself. So 5 external things, 5 internal things. I hope I explained that properly. They're saying I did pretty good. Make some fun with it, have some fun with it, make up your own rules with it, make what you want with it. Okay, so yeah. They're just laughing along with me. Okay, they're saying, hey, you know, David makes up his own rules quite a lot of the time, so why not make up your own? It's more fun doing it that way. Okay, beautiful. So I just really want to thank you for joining me this week. Yeah, love getting your comments, love you sharing me around, love having fun with you. So yeah, if you want a session with me, all my links are below. I basically help make you help make your life even better. I help you to create a more awesome, fabulous and happy life within yourself. And I do this through lots of different means. So if you'd like to have a session with me, give me a call. All my links are below. Thanks very much for joining me. Have a beautiful week. Big love to you.